But for now, let's go to Abuja. Back to Abuja. Our correspondent Linda Kibe is there. All right, so there you are. What's the story so far?
So we are at the National Collation Center here in the Federal Capital Territory, which was opened on Thursday, and where election results from across the country will be collated and the winner of the presidential election will be announced. Now, as expected, there's heavy security presence in the ICC and its environs, and you cannot get into the ICC without a special identification card, different from what was given to other election observers and journalists monitoring the elections across the country. Now, but there's calm outside the ICC and surrounding areas, and there are some polling units a few kilometers away from the ICC. Now, since this collation center opened, INEC has been using the center to inform Nigerians on developments or updates on the 2023 elections. And by 12:30 p.m., or in a matter of minutes, INEC Chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu is expected to address a news conference right here to give updates on reports he's getting from the field. Now, voting time officially was 8:30 a.m., but reports from different polling units across the country have suggested that voting did not start in some of these polling units, and INEC staff did not come on time to some of these polling units. So there's obviously a logistic problem, and INEC chairman is expected to, give details or to explain why this happened and what the plans of the commission to address this problem, and to also answer questions on if voting time might be extended for those areas that did not start voting by 8:30 a.m. Now, INEC also has a situation room right here in the ICC where its national commissioners are monitoring developments on the field and giving solutions to issues as they occur. And we expect that this collation center, maybe in the evening, will be quite filled, because for now we don't have much people here. We just have mostly journalists, but we expect that in the evening, maybe when election results will start trickling in, we'll have more local and international observers here, and more journalists will converge here later in the evening. So we'll be here throughout the day, throughout the time, until results are finally announced, and we'll be keeping you up to speed with developments as regards the presidential elections.
Indeed. And Linda, you did mention that update we're expecting from the INEC chairman. One other thing would also be, if it is true that, for presiding officers who came late to, the polling units, if there is something in the law that says they shouldn't have a fine, or if it's an offense, it would be nice to clarify exactly that, because these are some of the reports we're getting from some polling units across the country. But then talk us through really the mood, the atmosphere. We saw pictures of people sitting by, looking at their phones, looking at their, tabs and what have you, following that. What do we expect in terms of the setup for today and with all that's going on at the moment?
And so for the Collation Center, it's basically going to be a waiting game. For now, you just have few journalists here because the action is happening outside. So most people are on the field. And so for now, it's going to be calm here. Not much people will be here. People are on their phones, trying to, on social media, observing what's been happening across the country. But in the evening, or from the evening, we'll begin to see, maybe some election results trickling in here. And that's when the real, drama, the action will start. So for now, it's just going to be calm here. We might be having, INEC commissioners coming to brief from time to time if there are developments on the field. So that's what we expect for now.
Do you have any security briefings today as well?
No, the security briefing was yesterday. We saw the IGP came and briefed and talked about how the police, and in collaboration with other security agencies, are trying to maintain law and order across the country with the cooperation of the military. So that was yesterday when the IG gave his brief. But I don't think he's expected to come here today. But the IGP might be going round the FCT. Typically, that's what happens during elections. Different security outfits go around the FCT to monitor, and so that's what we'll see outside, but not here.
Come and ask. Let me ask you, Linda. When you say that things are quite calm where it is, and then you say that maybe later on, the action will switch there. You probably should prepare yourself and enjoy the respite, because at that point we will have you on tenterhooks all around the clock. But perhaps I should ask you. You know, a lot of people have asked us here that during the 2019 election process, where you are now was the scene, as you said, of a lot of high drama in 2019 and even in 2015. Do you get a sense that this time around we might witness some of that, going by what you know, and the fact that you have also been a witness to some of this in the past?
Well, in terms of drama, we really didn't see much drama in the 2019 elections, where the election, which was quite dramatic, was in the 2015 elections. I remember then we had the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, express his displeasure at the way the elections were going. So that was, and that was a very, very interesting election, because for the first time we saw the ruling party lose power to the opposition party. So 2019 was a bit calm. Today it's up in the air. What we can say is that there's a lot of people are really, really interested in these elections. People are coming out, PVCs. We've seen the increase in the number of PVCs being collected. So there's much interest in the elections. What that would translate to later on in the day here, we can't tell. We're just going to be here to give you updates as it unfolds.
Thank you so very much, Linda. As I said, enjoy the respite. We'll be coming to you much later, and of course, we will, of course, be coming back to you once we have the information that the INEC chairman is ready for that briefing that you mentioned, which the whole of Nigeria will be waiting to hear what his views are on what has transpired so far, and what, if anything, is going to be done to address some of the challenges already experienced. Thank you, Linda Akigbe from the ICC in Abuja.